الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم وصل عليه. Alhamdulillah, we are on the first Jum'at of Ramadan Mubarak. Allah Ta'ala accept everyone's ibadat, Allah Ta'ala accept everyone's roza, Allah Ta'ala sabki duaon ko qabul manzoor farmaye. Those people who are ill, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala give them shifa for the sake of Ramadan. Those people who are in a problem, in a difficulty, may Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for the sake of Ramadan remove their difficulty. Ameen. There are certain individuals in this ummah that when that day comes, we are indebted to them and we have to remember them. Unko yaad rakha apna, ye hum pe lazim hai. We have to remember them. And you cannot forget them. Because it is because of their sacrifice that we have the deen today and that we are able to practice the deen today. One of those individuals is the greatest woman to ever walk on this earth. Okay? The greatest woman ever in the court of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to be on this earth. She is called Sayyidatu Nisa'il Alameen, bint Rasul Sallallahu Ta'ala Alayhi wa Sallam. Okay? Hasan and Husayn, Fatimah the Zahra radiallahu ta'ala anha, the daughter of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Fatimah, the youngest daughter of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Fatimah. And inshallah I'm going to mention her life and what do we learn from her life. Fatimah, remember our children need to know these things. And our children need to know our Islamic history. They need to know whom we are, where we came from, what we are now, and who our ancestors were. And for Islam, who did what? Our children should know. They should know these things. They go to school, they're taught about the Crusaders who conquered so-called Jerusalem. But what they will not teach you in school is what the Crusaders did with the Muslims, what the Crusaders did with the Jews, and what the Crusaders did with the Christians of Jerusalem as well. This is the history what our children should know. Okay, what our history is. One of them is Fatimah Bintou Zahra radiallahu ta'ala anha. Like I said, the greatest woman to walk on this earth. Her name is Fatimah. Her full name is Fatimah the Zahra. Fatimah az-Zahra. These two names. You put them together, it becomes Fatimah the Zahra. Now what does Fatimah mean? Fatimah ka kya matlab hai? Zahra ka kya matlab hai? What does Fatimah mean? What does Zahra mean? Fatimah comes from the Arabic paradigm Fatima. Those who have been Saraf will know Fatima Yaftumu, Fatman. And what it means, इसका मतलब ये होता है कि रस्सी को काट देना. To cut a rope. To cut a rope. This is the name of Fatima. What does it mean? Cutting a rope. तो मतलब ये कि फातिमा वो है कि जहन्नम के जाने वाली हर किस्म की रस्सी को अल्लाह ने काट दिया. Any type of rope, any type of link towards the fire of hell, Allah Ta'ala has cut. Allah ne har kisam ka ki rasi kaat. Then her name Fatima, it wasn't given by anyone, it wasn't chosen by even the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, the name Fatima. In reality, Fatima, she was given this name. आपको ये नाम फातिमा अल्लाह ने रखा आपका नाम फातिमा. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept her name Fatima. And the hadith of Kanzul Ummal, Kanzul Umal, one of the biggest hadith collections. The hadith there from Abdullah bin Abbas, the cousin of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna ma ha Allahu, inna ma samma Allahu." That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept her name Fatima. Allah ne Fatima ka naam Fatima rakha. Allah has kept her name Fatima. And then he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لِأَنَّ اللَّهَ تَعَالَى فَاطَمَهَا وَمُحِبِّيهَا مِنَ النَّارِ कि अल्लाह ने फातिमा को और उससे मोहब्बत करने वालों को, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has kept Fatima, and those who love Fatima, जो फातिमा से मोहब्बत करने वाले, अल्लाह ने सबको जहन्नम से दूर रखा है. Allah has kept all of them away from the fire of hell. So if you love Fatima, if you have that love for her, Allah will keep you away from the fire of hell. Jahannam se aap Allah Ta'ala dur rakhega for having love for Fatima. Phir aage, Zahra. Her name is, her name is Zahra. Zahra, isko Urdu, those who know Urdu, Urdu padhi hai, they will know. Zahra कहते हैं कलीम को, कलीम. Kaleem means a bud flower, meaning a flower which is closed, bandwa, okay? A closed flower. This is what Kaleem means. This is what Zahra is. She was given this name, Zahra, a closed flower. Now the question is, why is she being given this name, Zahra? Zahra rakhne ka naam kyun? Why is she given this name? Nowhere in the hadith from Majma' al-Zawaid. Khadijah al-Kubra radiyallahu ta'ala anha, the mother of Fatima, she says कि हुजूर अलैहि सलातो सलाम से फातिमा को सूंघा करते. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam would smell Fatima. But today, if you have a child, you kiss them, you pick them up, but do you smell them? No one smells their children. You never smell your child. No. But the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam with Fatima, he would smell her. Sunga karte Fatima ko. Khadijah al-Kubra radiyallahu ta'ala anha पूछा या रसूलल्लाह, why do you smell Fatima? Why do you smell her? आप क्यों सूंघते हैं? और हुजूर ने फरमाया कि मुझे फातिमा से जन्नत की खुशबू आती है. I could smell the fragrance of Jannah from Fatima. This is why she was called Zahra. Fatimah Zahra. This is the full name. Fatima, the one who is free from the fire of hell, and Zahra, the closed flower whom you can smell the fragrance of Jannah from. Huzur ne dono ko ikatha kiya, Fatimah Zahra, like that. No way. To my sisters, or aapki bachiyan, if you have a child, a daughter whose name is Fatima, or any sister listening and her name is Fatima, apne naam ka laaj rakho. If you've given that name, Fatima, then take care of that name. You don't want to do something which goes against the etiquette and the respect of that name. This is wrong. People have their name Aisha, daughters have their name Fatima, Sakina. These are great people, these are great women of this ummah. Those women who many men stay behind, those women go ahead. Fatimah Zahra, she is that woman that would do ibadah between Asr and Maghrib and she would not speak. Asr and Maghrib, on the day of Friday, Fatima would do ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. She would not speak, stay silent, doing ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then she would do ibadah during the night, so much that fire would come, and then she would make dua, Fatima. Ya Allah, give me a night where I can do so much ibadah, aisi ibadah kuru ke Ya Allah tu razi ho jaye. This is Fatimah Zahra radiyallahu ta'ala anha. My sister, if you have your name Fatima, then take care of that name. If you give your daughters that name Fatima, give them the respect that they should be given. Fatima is not a normal name. This is the name of the greatest woman that walked on this earth. So the Afdal or Fatimah Zahra radiyallahu ta'ala anha. Now the hadith which I was going to mention, if you have a daughter, अगर अल्लाह ने आपको बेटी दी है, अल्लाह सबकी बेटियों को सलाम रखे, अल्लाह सबकी बेटियों को इज्जत दे. Remember, your daughters or your sisters, remember they are only a guest in your house for certain days. Bachiyan mehman hoti hain ghar mein. They move on and they get married to someone and they leave your house and they go to another house and they don't stay with you. Daughters, Allah Ta'ala has kept this world like this is the reality of this world. They do not stay with you. If you have a daughter, give them the respect that they require. Give them the izzah that they should be given. Now the hadith in front of me, Fatimah the Zahra radiallahu ta'ala, the respect that she would give to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he sallallahu alaihi wasallam how much respect he would give to Fatimah the Zahra radiallahu ta'ala. Huzur alayhi salatu wasallam से फातिमा को कितनी इज्जत देते हैं. और ये सब ये हदीसें सुने. Listen to this hadith and then look at yourself. कि my daughter today, how much respect do I give to my daughter? मेरी बच्ची, मैं उसको कितनी इज्जत देता हूँ. How much respect do I give to my daughter? Said those people who will beat up their children, who will beat up their daughters, they'll slap their daughter, they'll swear at their daughters. Why? The anger is so much, they can't control the anger. If you have a daughter, give them that respect. Slapping your daughter or getting angry at your daughter, what's the point? She'll remember that for the rest of her life. कि बाप ने मुझे मारा था, बाप ने मुझे गुस्सा किया था, बाप ने मुझे यही किया था. My father did this to me, my father did this, that to me. She will remember for the rest of her life. But remember, your love, your affection towards that daughter, that muhabba that you show towards her, she'll remember that okay, my father was the love of my life. My father was the respect of my life. Betiyan, they always look for somewhere where they can get safety from. Betiyan always goes to where they can get safety from. The father becomes an oppressor, that he's slapping the daughter. Where is she going to go to? Well, guess what? If you are slapping her, then you hadith suniye. And Aisha radiyallahu ta'ala anha, she said, Aisha Siddiqa radiyallahu ta'ala anha, وَكَانَتْ إِذَا دَخَلَتْ إِلَى النَّبِيِّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ تَعَالَى وسلم قَامَ إِلَيْهَا. She said, Umm Aisha Siddiqa, that when Fatima would come to the house of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Fatima huzur ke ghar aati, qama ilayha. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam would stand up for her. فَقَبَّلَهَا. She, alayhi salatu wasalam, would kiss her forehead. وَأَجْلَسَهَا فِي مَجْلِسِهِ. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam would make her sit down when he alayhi salatu wasalam was sitting. Ye izzat thi. And then وَكَانَ النَّبِيُّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم إِذَا دَخَلَ عَلَيْهَا. When he alayhi salatu wasalam would go to the house of As Fatima, قَامَتْ مِنْ مَجْلِسِهَا. As Fatima would stand up from her place. فَقَبَّلَتْهُ وَأَجْلَسَتْهُ فِي مَجْلِسِهِ. She would stand up, she would kiss the forehead of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and she would then make the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam sit in her place. Ya Rasulullah, yahan baithe. You sit down here. This hadith is a very long hadith. Over here, what do we learn? If you have a daughter, give her the respect. And if you children listening to me, जो बच्चियां मेरी बात सुन रही हैं, you'll have parents will complain कि we give them the respect, बच्चे साड़ी का नहीं सुनते. Daughters don't listen to me. I had one daughter over here in the madrasa. She was swearing at the mum in front of me. I got angry. I got, what's wrong with you? How dare you swear at your mom? Maa ko tum kyun gaali nikal? Who are you to swear at your mom? The children over here today, your parents, if they are alive, you need to give them the izzah. Because if children don't give the respect to the parents, the hadith says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punishes people, those children who do not give the respect to the parents when they are alive. When they are alive and you don't give them the respect, Allah will punish you in this world first. Allah पहले अज़ाब यहाँ देता है, फिर कब्र में जाओगे बाद में. So your parents are alive today, take it for granted, give them the respect. और आपकी बच्चियां अगर हैं, you have children today, give them the respect. आपस में मोहब्बत बांटें, not fighting against each other. Wow, बेटा जो है, he's punching his dad, son is swearing at his dad, father is swearing at son. At home, this is the mahal at home, they're fighting, swearing at each other. अगर ये माहौल है घर में, then sorry to say, we're far off. हम बहुत दूर हैं. But if you're giving them the respect, the honor that they require, Allah Ta'ala make our future generation steadfast upon the deen. Allah हमें दीन पे इस्तेकामत अता फरमाए. That we stay upon the deen, we give respect to each other, what the honor we should give. Allah हमें इसमें इस्तेकामत अता फरमाए. वाखिर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह रब्बिल आलमीन. शुक्र कमी जो सुन्नत जज़ाकल्लाह.